For the third month in a row, the Toronto real estate market is showing signs that it is recovering, and the numbers are actually fairly encouraging if you are an owner of real estate, potentially someone that bought last year and you've seen prices kind of trickle down over the last little while. If you've been sitting on the sidelines thinking of getting into the market, you might now be going through that thought process of, okay, do I continue to wait? Is this actually the bottom? Is it going to get worse in the future and I can jump in, or am I going to miss the boat? And I'm not here to give you advice on any of those scenarios. That's something that you have to make a decision for yourself. Right now, it does look like at the moment that November was maybe the bottom of the market because we've seen growth for 3 months in a row. But for me to actually answer that question for you, we're going to have to talk in about a year from now. This video is coming out on Tuesday, April the 11th. Tomorrow, on Wednesday, April the 12th, Bank of Canada is making a scheduled announcement on their overnight rate. I think most people anticipate they will hold the rate, but let's see what they do. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom Story. I'm a real estate team leader here in the city of Toronto. We are on the ground level every single day, and we dig into the numbers to try and make sense of what is going on. If you watch this video and you find any value, all I ask that you hit that like button. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We're on the way to 10,000 subscribers. You can also go into the first link in the description if you'd like to book a call with me at a time that works for you. This is going to be a market stats type of video where it's going to go over the numbers that happened in March. But just before I do that, I want to go over like, okay, well, what are we seeing for the spring market, right? Because historically, right now, you're probably going to see the most amount of transactions we see in a 3-month period for the entire year. It's getting nicer outside. There's actually consumer confidence, not just for buyers, but for sellers as well. Sellers are starting to see, buyers return back to the market and prices that they like, which will help them put the property on the market. Because what we will talk about in today's video, the big thing is that inventory levels are still after all this time and everything that's happened, still the reason why prices are holding, but for the most part, actually going up month over month. All right, so there's 3 charts I want to show you today. Let's jump into the first chart. Now, what we're looking at here is just exactly what happened in March of 2023. So a few numbers I want to bring your attention to. 416 area code detached property, average sale price just over $1.7 million. Semi-attached under 1.3 at 1,262. Your townhouses were a shade under $1 million, and condos are at $732,000. We still are seeing the most amount of traction happen in that semi and detached area of the market. However, condos are slowly starting to pick up. We had 3 condo listings. We sold them all last week, and a few of them had been sitting on the market for a little while. So buyers are now coming back into the condo space as well, but freehold properties are still moving a lot quicker. The 905 numbers are 1.4 for a detached property, just under $1 million for a semi. Townhouses are creeping up to $1 million, and your condos are $645,000. But the numbers that I think are the most interesting is the actual overall market data from March. So let's look at those right now. What we're looking at here is 2022 versus 2023 now. So sales volume is still down 36%. I don't think that's going to be surprising to anybody at this point, but those sales numbers, 7,000 sales almost happening in March of 2023, are very, very encouraging based on basically what we've seen for the last 12 months. Here's the one that is kind of surprising to me. New listings. There was 11,000 new listings. Last year, there was 20,000 new listings. So if you look at that, it's a difference of 44% less properties coming to the market. So if you're asking yourself, like, how the heck are prices stabilizing or even going up 3 months in a row with the rate hikes and everything else going on and this recession we've all heard about? Well, it's because there's nothing to choose from. And that's the thing, right? It's like all these people are saying like, okay, it's great, prices are coming down, but where's the type of property I want to buy? The actual affordable segment of the market. And the unfortunate reality to that is that those segments of the markets don't have a lot of inventory for the type of properties people actually want. Your active listings was about the same, and the year-over-year data in terms of average sale price was down 14%. Keep in mind that's compared to March 2023, so down 14% to me is actually surprising. I thought that number would be 18 to 20% when I was thinking of what these numbers were going to look like earlier in the year. So you are seeing a bit of recovery in the market. The days on market numbers are always going to look funny, up 137% and then up 145% down there below. At the beginning of this video, I talked about the fact that prices have indeed gone up for 3 months in a row. That is the first time you've seen prices go up 3 months in a row since the rates started going up, and the stability of the rates is probably a big factor why. So let's take a look at what that actually looks like in the data. January, we had just over 3,000 sales, very, very low transaction volume with an average sale price of $1,037,000 in the Greater Toronto area. Then in February, you saw just under 5,000 sales, so things were picking up a little bit with an average sale price just under $1.1 million. And then in March, with more sales happening, just under 7,000 sales, the average sale price was just over $1.1 million. So what you can see here from January to March is that the number of properties actually selling has gone up every single month, and so has the average sale price. More inventory will come to the market. That happens in a regular spring market. We're preparing several properties right now to bring them to the market, and a lot of other people I know in the industry are doing the same thing. But the question is always going to be, is that going to be enough for the demand? And are you going to see prices hover? Are we still going to see that drop off that we think is going to happen, that we don't think this is real right now? And the answer is, I don't know. We'll find out. I'll continue to look at the data and I'll report it back to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below and I'll make sure to hang out there and answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Tom Story. And remember, home is where your story begins.